Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo. Today we're going to talk a little bit about paper beads. I have several videos that address paper beads. I have one that talks about whether or not they're waterproof, and if so, how waterproof or resistant they are. I will leave a link to that one up here. And I do have some other videos that show some of my jewelry, but I wanted to show you some of the beads up close and personal. So let me dump all these out. Been working on these for quite some time. And I actually have this little contraption here where I take the paper, you cut it a certain way, and you put it on there, and then you roll it. And this fits on top of like a water bottle. And when I'm done, I've just been putting them in here. These beads, well, I was going to say none of them have been glazed. Some of them have. Most of them have not been glazed. They're all just only been wrapped, and they are actually ready to glaze. And I like to use this diamond glaze on them. And that's quite a process. But I just kind of wanted to show you some of these beads. I've got big beads. I like to have a couple of big beads like this. I have some of these really little beads just made out of some square paper. And most of these beads I've just used either junk mail or old magazines. Some of them, like this one, is made out of scrapbooking paper. But like I said, most of these just come from magazines and catalogs. Oh, there's a jump ring there. I wonder how that got in there. But aren't they pretty? Once I finished rolling them, I glazed them. Move these aside here. And I have this little contraption here. It's just a styrofoam block. And there's two ways I glaze them. One way is this way, where I just put the beads on to a toothpick and I paint them. But usually that takes a long time. I will just string all these beads on some fishing wire and dip them and hang them. And then I do that 3 times. I like to put 3 coats of glaze on these. So once I have them glazed 3 times and they're all dry, I put them in this little compartment. And let me just show you what I have here. Now some of these some of these are some of my very first paper beads that I made. So they're really not all that great. But I have these gray with the black. I think these probably are from scrapbooking paper. In fact, a lot of these are from scrapbooking paper. I have the yellow ones. Now these, I know where these are from, and it's very interesting. These are from some old leftover wallpaper. I knew somebody that worked at an interior design place, and they were throwing away a lot of their sample books. And I took a couple of them, and I've actually made things out of them. And some of them are beads. And I think these are also, maybe not. This one is. This I think is scrapbooking paper. This one is an old magazine. All these big ones are here. Let's see, look at this one. more of a square shaped. And then I have some really long skinny ones. I actually made some earrings years ago for a store. I'll have to look. I've got a video on these earrings. It's on private. I should look and see if maybe I should publish it or not, because there's some really pretty earrings and some ideas that y'all might like to look at to make things out of paper beads. Speaking of which, I'm going to show you some things I made with some of my paper beads. Now that one, nope, that one's been glazed. This is a memory wire bracelet that I just used some hematite beads and some paper beads. And I've worn this a lot. And then another necklace that, or another piece I made was into a necklace. And what I did was I took this copper pendant and some rose quartz chips. And I believe these are Swarovski crystals. We've got some glass pearls and some paper beads. So yes, we have some high-end beads along with the paper beads. And I've worn this quite a bit. I actually have a dress that looks really good with this. And then I made my own clasp. Now this last piece, I'm going to show you some beads I did not make. I actually got all these beads from a bead swap years ago, and I wish I could remember where they came from, because I absolutely love this necklace. I loved the beads that my partner had sent me. We have some polymer clay beads here, and then some paper beads, and some really high quality glass and crystals, and just really nice. And then I made a clasp to go with it and just added it on to a chain. And this makes a really good stack piece. If you followed me for any amount of time, you've probably noticed that I kind of like to think outside the box and make jewelry out of some very unusual things, such as paper beads, guitar strings, fabric, and some other things. I think it's fun to make, telephone wire, that's another one. But I enjoy making things out of the unexpected. Have y'all ever made any paper beads? I'm kind of curious. Or have you made any jewelry or any other fun craft item out of some unusual things? Let me know in the comments below if you have. I'm really curious about that. And anyway, I just got back from a very not uneventful trip. We had our alternator decide to die as we were coming back from Tennessee. And so this happened in the middle of the night. So we had to get towed, and we've spent about 8 hours trying to get our car fixed. Anyway, I have unpacking to do, and I got to get some things done. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'd really appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think of the paper beads. Mostly though, I hope y'all have a fantastically wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.